Hello, friends. It's still summer, but fall is in the air. In just under a week, 6 days to be exact, 820 Hope College freshmen are coming to town due to the early start date this year. As I like to say to my team of Young Life college leaders, buckle up and get ready for a wild ride. As we prepare to welcome back Hope students, we also reach the end of our journey with the Psalms of Ascent. Feel free to grab a Bible and turn with me to Psalm 134. Come, bless the Lord, all you servants of the Lord who stand by night in the house of the Lord. Lift up your hands to the holy place and bless the Lord. May the Lord bless you from Zion, he who made heaven and earth. Psalm 134 completes the section of 15 psalms originally recited, chanted, and or sung by pilgrims making their way to Jerusalem. And the people of God, as we have discovered in looking at these psalms down through the ages, have taken these up as signposts on the long obedience of discipleship. Just one word to highlight today from Psalm 134, and that is blessing. There are two words in Hebrew which denote two kinds of blessing, but are closely related to one another. First is the blessing which is at the very heart of God's character. And second, the blessing which we do in joyful response to what God has done and who he is, most fully revealed in Jesus Christ. To speak, though, in more concrete terms, blessing is marked by two distinct habits of discipleship, and those are grace and gratitude. Grace, that is God's blessing in creation, salvation, and the community of faith. And gratitude, that blessing which we are then invited into, as well as commanded to practice in light of God's gift. Come, bless the Lord. I love how the psalmist encourages us to get our whole bodies into blessing God. Lift up your hands in the holy place and bless the Lord. Even when we don't feel like blessing God, when we can't get our minds or our hearts to bless God, we can achieve this very simple motor movement of lifting our hands. The hope, of course, then is that our hearts will take the cue from our hands and then be drawn back to God and his redeeming purposes. At the end of the pilgrimage, the last word is blessing, and the final act is worship. As we prepare to welcome 3,000 plus students back to town, I am so excited for all the gospel opportunity of this particular moment. Now, as much as ever, worship is central to our life together, to gather in community and to experience deep human connection and unity in God's mission. In fact, it was when I was a Hope student that I was introduced to this way of life, that worship is a way of life. And I was encouraged to see connections between worship and every other aspect of my life. Work and play, study and relationships, living into God's call on my life, getting caught up in the rhythms of grace and gratitude. And it's my prayer that these very rhythms of grace and gratitude that will flow through and out of our worship of the triune God will be contagious to a watching world, including 800 plus wide-eyed freshmen arriving next week. May the Lord bless you from Zion, he who made heaven and earth.